Welcome back to the show. Joining me now is Tammy and Kama from the Libbie Young Centre here in Lloydminster. Thanks so much for joining us here, ladies. Kama is an educator, a community educator at the Libbie Young Centre, and Tammy is the executive director there. Now, Tammy, let's start with you. You have a new and exciting development here at the centre. Why don't you tell us a little bit about it?
Okay. We're looking at building a 20-suite rehabilitation centre. And it's located over on 39th Street and 51st Avenue. And there's going to be a resource center that's going to be attached to that, where we'll be able to utilize that facility to have our current programs operated out of there. Mm-hmm. We're looking at hopefully starting construction maybe this fall, if not the spring, next spring. So we're really excited about that. Currently we're running out of a reconstructed duplex, and so we've definitely outgrown that site.
This is definitely needed then.
Yeah,
eh?
yeah.
Why is this a good investment?
Well, first of all, like I say, in the fact that we're running out of a reconstructed duplex, we've been there for over 27 years, and we feel that it's a necessity in our community to be able to support the current clients that we have, but also to be expanding the population that is in Lloydminster.
And how's the project being funded?
We have some money being funded through the Alberta government. We've got some money came from the City of Lloydminster, and portions of it through fundraising.
What do you think a centre like this adds to the community?
I think it's going to add a lot to our community. I think in the past, mental health has really been at the front of looking at the community, and I think that moving forward, our mission is going to be mental wellness for all, and we want to have that available to all citizens of Lloydminster, not just individuals that suffer from a severe and chronic mental illness, but anybody that is looking for resources, or maybe is struggling with some depression, that we want to be able to support them as well.
Of course. Now, I mean, in the centre you have in services as well as sort of out services,
yes.
And those are fairly self-explanatory. But you also have an education factor. Why don't you tell us a little bit about why education is important in the Libbie Young?
The whole purpose of the education component is to reduce the barriers to mental illness and the stigma that surrounds it. So I create community awareness and understanding through education. I offer presentations to companies, organizations, businesses, as well as the general public, and topics vary. They can include mental illness, mental health issues, wellness overall, and as well I run a support group. It's the fourth Thursday of every month, and that's open to everybody, and the goal of the program is to provide education, support, and tools for family members and individuals that suffer with mental health issues.
I think a lot of people are almost intimidated by the words mental health. I mean, you can call someone and say, oh, how was your mother's operation? We're very open to talking about health problems, but as soon as sort of the word mental comes into the picture, why do we get so hushed?
I believe that's the stigma. If you watch movies, different the way movies are
portrayed, yeah, that I think
there's the words, the psychopath, and the, and I think that's the barrier right there, is people are just unaware that even depression is one of the #1 mental illnesses that we provide support for.
Now, do you think that these barriers are becoming smaller and smaller?
And I think because of, centers like ourselves that are being able to be at the forefront right now in looking at expanding, like I said, with this new facility, and people really looking at more celebrities are coming out now with their mental illnesses, and so people are seeing that there is that commonality, and that it isn't the scary people, the homeless or whatever that are, sort of, assigned to that.
So we're running out of time here, but just to sort of wrap this up, if someone here is moved by this interview and would like to get involved with your new centre, how can they help?
Yes, we have 2 ways. You can phone us at the Libbie Young Centre. Our number is 306-825-4535. We also have a website at www.libbieyoungcentre.com, or you can look on at the information Libbie Young Centre. So.
Excellent. Well, thanks so much for coming in, ladies.
Great. Thanks.
This has been our conversation with Tammy and Kama from the Libbie Young Centre here in Lloydminster. Coming up, the last battle group to deploy to Afghanistan undergoes intense preparation. We take you to Wainwright's Canadian Maneuver Training Centre. That's next on Around the Region.